cause hopeless. You shall not escape. How convenient. You have grown stronger. Your cause hopeless. You shall not escape. Waste time. How convenient. hopeless. You shall not escape. How convenient. You have grown stronger. Your cause hopeless. You shall not escape. How convenient. cannot escape. How convenient. You have grown stronger.
It is time. What is the time? It's the feedback 97 time. We have all the tracks pulled up here. We're going to X out of this and look straight into Bableton. What are we doing? You know what it is. Feedback on sound design, flow, creativity, overall show. How much showmanship did you put into your frequencies today? That's what we're going to figure out. If you want to submit your song for feedback, we do this every Monday. Description is going to include my Discord link. You can join the server and submit your song in live on hashtag live WIP feedback. That is where we're going to be able to get down. Up first in line is Mr. Time. Let's go ahead and bring it up here. We have a lot of submissions. First one is by Bowser. Time. Let's get it done. I'll be in the chat throughout this stream. Say what's up.
I don't fuck with you because you disrespecting me. You disrespect my hood by telling me take off my flag, asking how gangster I was, nigga. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz. I told you I ain't got time for that, but nigga, today I got time, cuz.
Here we go.
I don't fuck with you cause you disrespecting me. You disrespect my hood by telling me take off my flag, asking how gangster I was, nigga. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz. I told you I ain't got time for that, but nigga, today I got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. flag, asking how gangsta I was, nigga. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz I told you I ain't got time for that, but nigga, today I got time, cuz.
Bowser. Bowser.
Bowser. That's pretty cool. Nice. This is fair, you know. The first drop was real odd because we have some timing issues and the flow and the whole sound design is real off. Second drop was a lot better. Better flow. The sub definitely could probably drop a little bit earlier, but I want to show you what I mean here. So like when we're in this, this comes in very abruptly and it's a bit random and it almost sounds like it's starting to be like a side trance hard style type song. It's very repetitive, very fast, pretty robotic. There's just not much flow here. It's very low energy. You would want to add more effects, add more movement during this section, and also make it call and response out of each phrase. Each phrase is 4 bars. Watch the call and response video that I made so that you can see how easy it is to make enough movement and flow and groove within 4 bars, which is usually like the standard default that most of the bigger artists are doing nowadays to get enough energy on the dance floor. These sections are good. Pretty cool. Right when the snare hits, right when we hear the snare, that's basically when we start dancing. But you delay the sub. Remember, we're already doing a lot of delays beforehand. So you're just adding another extra delay with the sub. And it doesn't hit as hard when it hits delayed, this little bar here. So if the sub hits right when that snare hits, it will be more impactful, add more energy. That'll be good.
Cuz I told
And then sections like this is pretty empty. You could add more, you know, rhythmic, different grooves in the background so that we can add more movement and motion. Because right now it's just pretty simple and plain. You can always spice it up and, you know, really take it somewhere that's you. Make it unique, original. Taylor D knows, hey, don't see my track on here. Was it not downloadable? Your track honestly might have been. This is one of the first streams where there's a lot of overlap submissions. I only that in about 15. So I closed this. I closed the submissions on this on the 7th of March. And I think we've still been getting a lot of submissions in the past 3 days. So all of these submissions here will not be there. And then also there was one that didn't pull up. It might have been this one or this one. Yeah, so the Rollsy one didn't pull up. Everything else should be here. What is yours called? What's your track called, Taylor? And I'll be looking for it. Next in line. Oh, Taylor Noise right here. This one. Waveform Murder. It's down here, dude. Yeah, we're gonna play it. We got you. Get me confused for a second. We have Scary Larry up next with Selecta. Jesse and the Wolf Selecta. Scary Larry flip. Okay. Let's get it done. Where's he at? Right there. Easy. The OG is Scary Larry. We don't got Happy Larry. Scary Larry. On the ones and twos. Let's go.
Hands in the air like the roof falling. Smoke a blunt, pop a perk and rollin'. Hit the pussy like boba, let me put it all in. Don't take it to the crib, Fuck ain't the car, cause the crib too far. The lips too cold, far. That pussy wet, not so looking powerful. To the money like I never left. Still got old money that I never spent. Still got old checks that I never spent. Still getting drug money that I never left. Whip it to the right, whip it to the left. Talking about coke, but your girl said she got next. Whip it to the right, whip it to the left. Talking about coke, but your girl said she got next.
That is the Larry of all the Scary Larry on the ones and twos. Thank you for listening. That was pretty vibing, man. Nice song to lip. It's always good when you have a good song selection, yeah? And you did good making some cool drops that fit well with it. The only thing here I really think it needs is, I guess, just better mixing, you know? All the flows, all the grooves, everything's there. The dynamics is awesome. I'm just feeling lots of vibes throughout the whole thing. Lots of good emotion. We just want things to be loud, presentable, clean, clear. So let's listen to the first drop, for example, and I'll show you what I mean. So the bass is very dominant. It's almost like 80% of the mix, and then the melodics are in the background. So if you think of the frequency spectrum, all the lows and some of the mids are covered, but all the highs are like turned down. It's a very uneven, unbalanced frequency spectrum. So we just need to get like more balance. We need a little bit more of the high frequencies to come through, the melodics to shine through a little bit. And we need to find a better balance, because right now it's just like only sub, and it feels a bit empty, feels a bit off. We got our main Wubberton the third. It's cool. It almost sounds though like there's an EQ cutting all the highs or an auto filter cutting all the highs. Now, sometimes we'll be doing that to sound design, right? We want to filter stuff so that it's not as crazy and big, but we still need to then treat that filtered frequency and still turn up the highs, get it to come through the mix a little bit more, do some high shelves, maybe remove less of the highs. Instead of cutting, we can just turn them down. We need two different things so that we can let the high frequencies pop through. It just sounds like they're cut and there's not as much energy and impact because it sounds like they're stuck in a little bubble. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Chief Wonky with the follow. Thank you very much, man. You are the man with the plan. Grazie. Nice. So now we're going ahead and get back. It seems about... Oh, yeah. There's one pretty big issue here. The vocals here sound off. Like it's pretty obviously off time here. And if you can't hear it yet, then you want to turn on your metronome, make sure everything, listen in full context, because there's multiple sections of the vocal where they go off time here in this section right before the build up. So you just want to make sure these vocals are perfect in time. We cannot have two different rhythms playing at the same time. Everything needs to be in beat. It's the almighty rule. It's the rule we do, and it's the first rule we learn as DJs, beat matching. Perfect timing. It's a done deal. Let those vocals know what it is. Hit me up with any questions. DM me, Instagram, Discord. You know what to do, man. Good job, Scary Larry. Excellent line. Ouija. That's a pretty sick name. Rhythm Shop Final version 420. Blaze it. Let's go. Rolosy said he got the new iPhone. New iPhone for under 200. Nicely done.
Welcome to the Rhythm Shop.
And we come to a close. That was Ouija with Rhythm Shop. All right. That's okay. You know, I gotta say, it gets very, very, very repetitive towards the end. You have to understand that once we hear a sound and we keep hearing it over and over again, it's not new and fresh anymore. And it's really important that we take a break from sounds and then come back to sounds so that they can feel new and fresh again. It's also important because all of this music that we're making here is about dancing and energy and getting people that motherfucking bass face and surprising them. So when we hear the same rhythm and flow and sound over and over again, it's going to get very predictable. We're going to know exactly what's going to happen next, and we're not going to get surprised. So it's a huge issue. And whenever you hear like rhythm that is repetitive, like we could call it the masquerade rhythm, right? The reason why it sounds good is because there's a huge emphasis on the sub bass. Like the sub is just super powerful and it almost starts taking over and you get lost in a trance because of the sub bass. The low frequencies are super powerful. But with this song, we don't get that. It's very loud at like -4 LUFS, but the sub is not super impactful and powerful and dominant. It's just chilling, supporting whatever is in the song. So we have a lack of flow, a lack of energy. There's not much to dance to. And then a lack of dynamics. We also, our ears will get like adjusted to how loud things are. So if things just stay loud, it's not going to be as interesting as if it's loud and then goes quiet and then back to loud and then back to quiet, back to loud. These are dynamic shifts that need to be happening. And that's going to add more energy and more impact. And we don't really got that here. For real, towards the half of this, it feels like the song can end. Going on a second half, doing basically the same thing as the first half is not ideal. You need to go and take it on a new journey somewhere else with a new bass, a new sound, new frequencies. It's important that we play different frequencies, and you can be automating different effects chains to turn on and off in different sections. There's many different things you can do to add variations to the basses you have currently. You can make relatives of the bass by duplicating them and slightly changing the wavetable position or the wavetable. You're going to want to start doing these things. And lastly, please, call and response. Watch the call and response video. Within 4 bars, there should be call, response, fill. A conversation should be happening between your basses and your synths. If not, it's just one guy talking. He gets annoying. He's just talking the whole time. No one wants to hear him anymore. We need 2 people to be talking, having a proper conversation of frequency. Jeez. I don't even know. These words just come out, man. They just come out. I really love music, and I really want to make sure your guys' music sounds good, gets us lost. It's not about just hearing. It literally is about feeling the music. It's way more important. So focus on it. Dynamics, flow, mixing, and get that sub big, man. Get that sub big. It's just saturate the sub, get it big, add an EQ8, do a low pass. Jimenez, what it do? How's it going, man? Mayo, yo, Dripper, gonna play all the songs today, uploaded on Discord. I closed, look on the Discord, and I closed submissions on the 7th, so these are the submissions from March 3rd to 7th. I'm playing around, I make fun of rhythm. Man, what did you say about rhythm? Isn't that rhythm? Your Twitch link in the YouTube description isn't the right link, by the way. Caden, thank you. I will fix that. Twitch link in the YouTube description. Okay, yeah, I'll fix that. Thank you. Up next in line, we got Tailored Noise, Waveform Murder. You know, that sounds a bit aggressive. I'll tell you what right now. I don't want you to murder my waveform, but I want you to serenade my waveform. It'll be better that way. Tailored Noise, let's go. Don't matter me. No.
Click, clack, boom. Click, clack, boom.
That's cool. Very creative. Very unique, man. It's all glitched out. Honestly, man, it's super trippy, you know. Some psychedelic vibes, heaviness at the same time. There's a lot going on here that is nice. Crazy, weird dynamic shifts. I mean, just the movements, the back and forth is crazy. To tell you the truth, when the drop started, though, I wasn't really getting much out of it. I mean, this seems very basic flow. Like, it was pretty low energy, pretty boring, and then it started getting a lot sicker right here, halfway through. So, like, you're changing up the flow. You're adding more energy. You're adding more movement for us to dance to compared to this. It's just like a standard stomp. And we go basic here too. So these are just the sections I'm noting to you that these are pretty low energy. I'd probably add more to the flow, do something a little bit different. This is fucking sick. Very sick. Just all these sounds. Like, it sounds like you just got stuck in a arcade machine, and then the bass is just bumping in the arcade machine, and all the fucking wires are just falling on you. Man, dude, this is sick. Good job. The amount of high frequencies, though, it sounds like the mix and masters kind of in a bubble. It sounds like there needs to be maybe a little bit more compression or high shelves on our high frequencies, because the mix itself seems a bit like it's very, very loud. We're at -4 LUFS, but at the same time, it feels like there's some frequencies that are not playing fully. Yeah, the sub is really big and huge, so maybe do a little high shelf on our high synths on some glitches, reduce harsh frequencies while you're doing this, you soothe, and just get things as clean and as loud as possible, because that will make it even more psychedelic, more powerful. Cool, man. Very cool idea. Good job. Waveform murder. Coming in with that. He kind of did murder a little bit of those waveforms, man. Those waves would be struggling. Jimenez said he's just strolling the aisles of the grocery, casually listening to bangers. Shout out Jimenez. You are the man with the plan. Get some tomato. Taylor Noise, good job, man. I'm glad you like that. Can you say hello, Jess? Yeah, hello, Jess. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the next contestant. Up next is the one and only Crouton. We have a Crouton with 3 eyeballs. Oh. Pringles 1. We don't got Lay's up on the line. We have Pringles 1. Run it. Lost in a Pringles can. All right, for sure. This Crouton coming in with the big Pringles can. Pringles 1. Barbecue Pringles. This is a bit mysterious. You know, I'm really feeling all kinds of wiggly wobblies. And honestly, this would be pretty psychedelic if we could really get absorbed in these frequencies. Right now, there's a lot of harsh frequencies. It makes it very hard to turn this up. So I have to keep it low to not hurt my ears, basically. And we have to protect our ears. We got to mix well so that we can listen at very loud levels while it's still being clean and clear. So harsh frequencies around 1,000, too much buildup. We got to clean that up with a little bit of soothe. Muddy frequencies, 100 to 300 hertz, build up here. It's feeling a bit muddy. We want to turn down and dip down those frequencies in that range. The sides are very congested. There's a lot going on the sides, or there's a lot going on in the middle. So it's very hard for the listener to know what to engage to, and it's a bit competing. That's an issue. So we want to EQ the sides a lot. We also want to have the sides do less. They're kind of moving a lot, and it almost sounds like there's multiple things playing on the side. So double check the stereo image. The overall dynamics is minimal. It's very loud the whole time. We only take a break here. And because of that, it's just not as powerful as it could be. We need to take some breaks from the loudness, go back and forth so that we can add more dynamic shifts. Because it goes loud, it goes quiet, and then when it goes back to loud, that is powerful. We need that feeling. You just want to be doing that more. Preferably, you would be doing it every 4 bars. 4 bars is a phrase, call response, and then break/fill will be the time that we take a chill. you know? Take a little bit of chill. Otherwise, it's pretty creative sound design and cool, like soundscapes that you're creating. It's pretty nice. We just want to be able to listen to this at a loud level while it's clean. So make sure that you focus on mixing. It's real important. You know what it is, man. Get that mix on. Get it. Yo, what's with these names? We got crouton, Pringles, and croissant. And you guys are making me hungry, man. We got either Dale or Dale or Dolly. Up next, pronunciations in the chat. You know I can't pronunciate shit, but we're about to get it down and eat some croissant. Croissant. Butter up. Flaky. Y'all know I get those butter sauce from Costco. Let's go. Costco.
I'm gonna drop my phone.
Fuck. Come on, let's go. Butter up.
I'm gonna drop my phone.
Come on. Damn, my croissant been drop on the floor, man. Yeah. Wow, what a journey, you know. A culinary journey, I should say. Croissant. That was actually, dude, I have to tell you, just having one cool vocal can add so much flavor, theme, emotion, character. I mean, there's a lot of things in this song that need improvement, like the overall flow, energy, the layering. We can get fatter and thicker so things sound fuller. But I mean, the overall bass that you're using feels good, sounds good, and then the vocals cool. So there's a lot going on here that's working, and it's really nice to see what you're able to do with such minimal layers, you know. So flow, call and response. Within 4 bars, we want to have a conversation between 2 different basses or two basses that are slightly different, you know? If we're just playing the same bass the whole time, it's going to get repetitive and predictable, and we don't want that.
Welcome to Drop My Phone. Welcome to Drop My Phone.
The timing of this seems off also. We're going to double check this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to Drop My Phone. Welcome to Drop My Phone.
Interesting.
Phone.
These kicks.
Phone. Phone. Phone.
It's like we have a lot of low frequencies playing already before our actual drop starts. If you want the drop to hit harder, we want those low frequencies to appear right when the drop starts. This is kind of like a drum fill, and it's playing a lot of low frequencies, kind of interfering with the transition between this pre-drop,
Welcome to Drop.
where it's quiet, and then the big booming drop. You want to have these clean transitions for these huge dynamic shifts. This bass is cool, but it seems like it's not being post-processed correctly. It doesn't seem like there's enough compression. Doesn't seem like we're layering enough because it seems a bit thin, you know? And maybe an OTT can pull up everything that we need. But usually when we have multiple layers filling out the frequency spectrum, lows, mids, highs, we can get something really thick and commanding. So you'll be trying both. Watch the call and response video. Learn to get call response fill within 4 bars. This is the most simple flow. And then from there, you can keep expanding from it to make your own flows and own patterns and conversations between basses. You only need a couple basses, you know, maybe 3 or 4. Call it a day. Oh, my bad. Yeah, and we just need breaks. Like I'm saying, the fill is like a break. So it'd be like loud, quiet, loud, quiet, loud, quiet, loud, quiet. Add more energy, add more groove and bounce. And I think that's about it. If you do that with this song, it's going to be really nice. I want to make sure that this song is also hitting at about -6 around there. Luffage wise, we're going to double check how loud it is. Cool, so we're about -6 right now, so that's good to see. So we are loud enough. Yeah, overall pretty cool. Lots of wurgly gurglies. Yeah, shit. It's hard to describe that sound. What would you guys describe this sound as? Dirty South is up next. From the South, version 3.2. Oh. I'll tell you what. I got version 3.2 on my SanDisk hard drive, and you ain't gonna do shit about it.
How can I say this nicely? A lot of people out there like to play. I'm not one of them. Okay, see. How can I say this nicely? I'm from the South, Mississippi. I have this object called a Glock 45. It can get you to heaven a lot faster than a pressure-treated 4x8. Oh, shit.
Here we go again.
Oh, we not finna do that. You the real deal? Bro, what? Come on, fam. But I tell you what, That is almost dangerous. I guarantee it, I stand by.
get a little bit more unhinged.
You get unhinged, you're gonna be under a rip.
It's time. Time. Time.
How can I say this nicely?
Time. 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 Time.
I'm from the side, Mississippi. No, give it. You the real deal? I guarantee it, I stand by. He's going to attempt the darkness technique. Boogly boogly! I'm from the side, Mississippi. Relax and get off the gas.
All right, cool. That's Dirty South. Give me one moment. My heater is about to heat me into oblivion. That heater don't want to know let me on fire. All right, that's Dirty South. I gotta say, this was kind of difficult to listen to. This is a song that sounded very loud and harsh, but at the same time, we're measuring it, and it's like -8 LUFS, and it's quiet. So that it's very odd what's going on here with the mix. We're like having all these unwanted harsh frequencies being pulled up, and it's harsh on the ear, so we can't really turn it up much. Plus, the song's not loud enough, so it needs to get louder than this. So there's a lot of cleanup that we have to do with frequencies. And also, you got to make sure that you're compressing properly. When you add a compressor, if you just push it to the top, if you do the OTT and get it loud, it will pull up unwanted frequencies. So usually you would add an EQ before you add your compression to remove and reduce unwanted harsh frequencies around 1,000. It's hard to tell that this is in key or using one scale, I should say. It's important that when you're writing music that you start to become a musician and start to use scales, chords. Using one scale and sticking to those 7 notes is important. So if we're just randomly choosing basses and randomly choosing notes, it's not going to work together. There'll be a lot of tension and dissonance being created, and it'll feel like things don't flow together. Right now, it doesn't really flow too well here. We have a lot of arrangement issues at the end too, and energy. So like towards the end, it doesn't feel like there's a drop coming. It almost feels like there's a double buildup. And when we do get the drop is very low energy. We need to make sure that it's high energy by adding the sub bass. The sub bass is super minimal in this song. If we measure it, it may be super, super quiet. Let's go ahead and just check real quick so we can see where we're at. We want our sub to be like -8 LUFS. That's a good point for your sub. So -8 is where we want to be. We're about -17. So we're about, twice as quiet. We're really quiet. So we want to make sure that we focus on the most important frequency in this bass music, which is the bass, the low sub frequencies, which are 100 hertz and below. All these rule over everything. And we need to make sure that when these play, nothing else plays with it. So just, ask me questions if you have any questions about that. A lot of my tutorials show this. So just focus on, getting that sub big, because we aren't necessarily like trying to listen. We're trying to feel. We're trying to feel that bass, Plus, when we do listen, it sounds like a lot of basses almost congested. There's a lot of different basses playing. Some are playing at the same time, and it's like they're competing. It's going to be important that you start to create a spotlight. And then when you're listening to the song, one bass should be playing and have the spotlight. All the other basses should be in the background and supporting. And you use EQ to cut and remove frequency so that the other basses can be layered with your main bass that has the spotlight. Otherwise, everyone's going to be screaming and trying to get attention when it's not going to work out. We got to make sure they blend and live together if they're going to be playing at the same time. That's about it. Oh yeah, the intro is a little bit empty. You can add a melodic loop, add some synths like bells or high frequency melody. It's going to be real helpful. Next in line, bass or bass. Probably bass, maybe bass. By him. Ocean remake, final. Yes, words, go. E-F-E. All right, cool. You got the ocean groove. I like that song a lot. This is a great song to remix or flip. It fucking sounds, when they're singing, it sounds, when she's singing, sounds so nice. I can't tell what's the original. I don't think I've heard the original. If you're in the chat right now, let me know if you are adding a respace in the background or not in this. It's hard to tell that this is in the same key or the same scale because the drop does not fit with the intro at all. It almost sounds like two totally different songs smashed together into one, and it's not working out. We need this build-up and intro to flow perfectly into your drop, and there's ways to do that. There's like secrets, and it's really all down to the music theory. This song, Ocean Remix. Let's find out what key it's in. Ocean Remix. Carol G, Jesse Reyes. Carol G, Jesse Reyes. I think this is it. So I'm going to get this song and basically run it through a key finder, which is this, to see what key we're in. And then I'm going to measure your sub bass and see what notes you're playing in your drop. Because what we want to be doing is playing the root note. We start home. So let's say we're in D minor. We start home, which is the note D. We take a journey, and then we end back home. And we resolve back home. And that's the most important thing. So in our intro, we're taking those journeys, going back home. And right when the drop happens, the buildup goes up. And then right when the drop happens, we resolve back home perfectly to transition from the intro to the drop with harmony. We're going to see if you did that. And there should be an easy way for us to check. Get the original. It's in B major, actually. So you're in B major, which is difficult to work with in EDM because we don't really want to be using major. So you can look up B major relative minor, which is G sharp minor. So technically your B major is the same exact notes as G sharp minor. They just have a different root note, a different home note. But when you're, making your dubstep or your dance music, it's nice to be able to convert to the relative minor. So let's go ahead and check out your All right, cool. I think it almost sounds like two subs are playing at the same time right here. All right, so let's check. Make sure two subs are not playing at the same time. Very important, only one sub, one low frequency is playing at one time. They can't overlap. So you start with F. Go F. Okay, this tuner needs to go on here, I think. That'll do. It's EQ8. That'll do. All right, so we start F, C sharp, E. And if you look at B major scale, we'll be able to see if these notes are within the scale. B, F sharp, E, what did I say? Oh, F, C sharp, E. F, C sharp, E. Okay, so this is the B major scale. So F is not in the scale. C sharp, E. All right, so yeah. Basically, the first note, the first sub bass note that you play is an F, which is completely unrelated to the song that was just playing beforehand. the song's in B major, that means this drop, the sub bass, should be in B, not F. Now, if F sounds like it's a better note for the sub bass, that's because it is. When we make dubstep, we usually choose certain scales that are very low so that the sub sounds the best and it's low and heavy and fat. We start at C sharp minor and go up all the way to F minor, F sharp minor sometimes, and every scale in between. But like B is too low and B major is a scale we don't want to be in. So like all this theory is super, super important that you understand what's going on here. If you don't, that's going to be an issue. And you want to make sure that you start studying music theory and learn one scale. You also learn how scales work. If you need help with 1v1, I do lessons all the time and I can teach you this very quickly. In about an hour or 2 hours, we can master this stuff because it's the most important thing. We can't have this song playing in B major and then you play a whole different song over here. They sound completely different and they don't flow or transition well. So you're going to need to focus on the music theory. There's a lot of other issues here too, but I mean, we have to do all this first. It's important that we are proper musicians and handle our notes properly. That's how we're going to be able to talk to different musicians, talk to different artists, and make music. Very important. So yeah, I think that is going to be about it. Oh yeah, one more important thing. The vocals. They're off time. Yeah, you can obviously tell it goes off time right here. These timing mistakes can't be happening. We need these to be perfect in flow, singing with the beat ever so elegantly. Can't have it to be skipping or shifted incorrectly. We're going to be checking on these things too. The Vox is off time and the intro here gets better here. Cool. Nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the next submission. The Ocean Remix by Bass by Him. Next up, we got Opedic. Never had shit. WIP. Damn, all I got is singles. And he has craft singles, not George Washington's. Let's go ahead and check out Opedic on the ones and twos. Run it.
I got to love. I ain't never had shit.
Nice. That was some good flow, man. Very loud, pretty clean, good mixing. Overall, nice. Never had shit Opedic coming in with it. It seems maybe like your main basses, though, aren't thick enough. Let's double check this. Yeah, like the sub is super big, but our little chop, it's like the swipes. They're thin, they're a bit weak. And our song's really loud, so something's going on. Something's making the song loud. How loud is your sub? That is the question we must know. If the sub is too loud, whenever you listen on big speakers, it starts to overpower everything and doesn't sound too good. So we'll just do a quick check real quick. So -8, this is exactly where we want to be. It's like the limit that we should make our subs. So sub's perfect, beautiful. That's what we want to see. But mixing wise, we want the other basses to pop out and shine as well. We don't want the sub to overpower everything. It sounds like that in the headphones. It probably sounds like that even more in like the car sub, car speakers. Just use compression, you know. You can never, it never hurts to add 1 billion compressors. I remember at audio school, they would tell us like you can stack as many compressors as you want after another. Just make sure they're low settings and it actually works well, you know. Just try not to over compress. Just stack up a lot of compressors. Just go compress happy. But I mean, we just want to pull up these existing frequencies, make sure low mids, and highs are full and thick, just like that sub. And also not competing with the sub once they get thick. You're not going to be walking around with them curves. Good job, Lopedic. Nicely done. Short and sweet. Psh, killing it. Lazy. Bruh, what's with this eyeball with the beanie and the chains, man? That's crazy. So we go from disrespectful track to eyeball track. Lazy, run it. Yo, load it up, DJ. You're tuned in to 99.9. The 69 God Lazy is up next. Let's listen.
One moment. One shot.
Oh man, we gotta run that shit back, my boy.
One shot.
Ah, that's beautiful, man. This sound is so clean, you little monster. Who the fuck? Who the fuck gave you the crowns? You need to chill, bro. Stop drawing on the walls. Shit sounds cool, man. Very trippy, very psychedelic. God damn. Talk about free rate. Sick flow, really good dynamics. Lots of power. Cool. Intro is super long and boring though. Not much going on here. We need zazz, spice, fettuccine alfredo in the intro. You can't leave it lacking. Plain and simple, Lazy. Get that eyeball and take a walk to the motherfucking grocery store. Good job though. That was awesome. I gotta say. Very cool. Very nice. Very sleek. And I would like to hear that when under the influence of an alcoholic beverage. Next in line. Wags. We have a Slender remix. I love how general and vague this is. Slender remix WIP. We don't know which Slender remix. We just got the Slender remix. Go.
I've got a problem and the problem is you. Left me no option, I don't know what to do. I broke your heart so you can know how it feels. Got matching scars to show you that I was real. Knew from the start that this would never exist, but it is what it is. I wish that I could forget. I wish that I could forget. You took my world and flipped it upside down. Got me so high you let me on the ground. I wish that I could forget. I wish that I could forget.
All right, cool. Very loud. Not treated too well either. I mean, we're hitting negative 2.5 LUFS. There's a lot of muddy frequencies and harsh frequencies playing. It seems like it's almost too loud. So it's very hard to have an enjoyable listening experience when there's so much abrasiveness going on. You know, we have to balance on a tight line with the amount of distortion and cleanliness we have when it comes to these heavier genres. Also, keep in mind, too, there's a lack of dynamics. We're almost getting bricked here. Things are being pushed up to the maximum. You want to check all your compression settings and make sure you're not pushing it over the top. We need to look at the dry and wets and the amounts and turn them down. Also, the amount of muddy frequencies, which are from 100 to 300 hertz, are starting to stockpile on all your basses, and it's becoming muddy. And muddy is not good. It means that it doesn't sound clean, and we need it to sound clean. So check out all those frequencies from 100 to 300 hertz. On top of that, it seems like the low frequencies, the most important frequencies, are not even loud enough. All the song is super, super loud. So we got to check out what's going on. This may be unbalanced, so we'll see. I'm looking at the LUFS here. So we're playing a song that's about negative 2 LUFS, maximum ear damaging loud. We need this LUF to be at least negative 8 LUFS. That's going to be the limit, actually. We want to be at negative 8 LUFS exactly. And that's going to be super loud sub. Right now it's negative 11. It's just not close to being powerful enough. You know, super loud song, but the sub is quiet. It's also going to be an issue. And then the intro is very loud, negative 4 LUFS for the intro. So by the time we hit the drop, it seems like we've already been in loud the whole time. There's not as much impact and power. There should be a lot of dynamics. This is a slander song. You want the emotion to come out, so we want there to be lots of changes and shifts between loud and quiet in the mix. Seems like this is the only quiet section. It's only like 20 seconds long too, so double check the mixing. And also on the fake outs before both drops, you can add risers, and it'll add even more energy during the fake outs, and it'll be really, really good. If there's risers already, just add more risers, make them louder. That should be about it. Good job, Wags. I'm glad you're going heavy. Keep going heavy. It sounds cool. Keep making it clean. You know, we got to keep it loud and clean at the same time. So keep it up. You're going to be a freaking beast once you get that down. Jimenez up next. No breaks. Oh, I wonder if he put up on the gas. I'll guess no breaks. No breaks, no breaks. They fell off. Where my Brimbos at? Jimenez knows. Lord have mercy. Let's go. What?
Cool and collect. Calm and savage. Dark and aggy.
Nobody knows your face. Why you grab with a shorty's tape? Express statement, acceleration, play. You never know no breaks. You never know no break. 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 Break, 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 break.
Yeah, we never know no breaks. Yeah, we never know no breaks.
Cool. Oh yeah, Jimenez coming in with it. No breaks, no breaks, no breaks. You love to see it, man. You're coming out with that square, coming out with that rhythm formation. Looks like maybe Reason has come up to bat. This is pretty cool to see. When we make these Reason patches, they get, or these rhythm patches, I should say, they get very wide. So we're losing a lot of power. It's almost like the sub is by itself in the middle while the bass got spread out and has a little bit of mono in it, but not enough. Your bass sounds thin and weak compared to the rest of the mix. Like your drums are big and fat and punchy, and your sub is huge and amazing and nice. It's pitch bending all over the place. But our main bass is thin, frequency spectrum wise. So right now it's a lot of high frequencies. We may want some more mid frequencies. You may want to add a different layer and start to add frequencies to play with this rather than just fix it with an EQ. Maybe we do both. The flow's pretty cool. You change it up, like in sections like this. Like, I'm glad you're changing things up and automating over time because it's keeping things interesting, keeping us engaged. And I like that. Pitch bend 2 with the sub is really nice. So overall flow, arrangement is pretty sick. Remember, you are just playing the same bass though the whole time. Even though we're changing a little bit in tone and frequency, it's still one guy talking. So if you level it up and add maybe one more bass and try to incorporate something new with what's going on here, that's really going to take it to the next level. A lot of songs are starting to just be rhythm tracks like this, where it's just the square bass over and over. So you need to think outside the box. Use your imagination. Ooh, I need imagination. That rainbow, that SpongeBob rainbow sound. Someone send me that sound effect. Good job, Jimenez. You're killing the game. You're breaking out of your shell, boy. You probably have multiple shells. Shit, I don't know. You turtle. Next in line. Navixium. Shatter. WIP. 6. Look like a galaxy eyeball? Interesting. Let's go. Oh, my bad. My B. This is WIP 6. We don't have WIP 4. We don't have WIP 7. Only WIP 6. Spam in the chat. Tell them get out of here, bye. I say, oh, very interesting. Shatter Whip 6. Okay, so I have a couple things going on here. Overall, I can feel the heart and soul within the song, and I think it has a good foundation. But there's flows that aren't really there. It's almost erratic in flow. We need more structure. We need simplicity. Keyword or key phrase, less is more. A lot of my students have this issue where there's so many things in their mind and they're just riding the drop and a million basses are going and it just gets to be way too much. There's no reason for there to be a million basses because we as a listener need to just absorb the frequencies and dance and feel it. There's no way we can pay attention to 6 different basses coming at us within 2 seconds. It's just too much, too fast. Sometimes you can be really fast to make it work. Like in your second drop here. Very cool with the stutter fast, but the sub is also going fast with it. And what is going fast with it? It's losing the energy. If the sub was sustained and playing full blast, like maybe bouncing and stomping with what's going on here, maybe going half as fast. We can add some bounce and full sub, get that feeling. While those are going fast, that would work well. This is a cool section here. Your intros, the timing is very off. There needs to be pre-drops. You can't just like build up into the drop. The pre-drop is huge in EDM because it goes from loud to quiet in the pre-drop and then back to loud in the drop. It's a huge, huge important dynamic shift that we need. So make sure your timing is perfect in your builds and make sure you have 1 bar pre-drops happening before your drops. I'm going to show you a section where less is more. Where less should be more. By the way the synths are playing and it goes back and forth between the bass is super sick. Love that. When this sussy starts breathing, it like just opens up. Like it's just about to start breathing out, but then all kinds of new basses start playing. Pretty messy, pretty congested. If you just let this sustain ride out for this 2 bars, and then maybe add 1 more bass halfway through to add a little bit of energy halfway through the sustain, that would be more appropriate. It would be way simpler. Right now, there's just way too much going on within 2 bars, and they don't really fit all together. EQ is important. Make things blend with each other. And lastly, your basses. When the chords and the melodics are playing, your basses also have a lot of side information, and it's competing with all of the chords and all the melodic stuff. So just make your bass mono, dominant, and use less on the sides. You can EQ out the sides, or you can remove the sides. many different things you can do to clean up the stereo image also. So, yeah. Let me know if you have any questions, man. Hit me up in Instagram or Discord. I do 1v1 lessons every day, so I'll help you out with whatever you need. Hit me up. Next in line, we got Angler M4. Oh, we got M4 Cleesto featuring Angler. Oh, okay. Let's go. Whoa. Well, that shit was a little bit disrespectful up in that beat right there. That was pretty clean. Sick flows, good layering. For a rhythm track to have me dance all the way till 4-minute mark, it's very impressive. It only sounded repetitive in like one section. If you guys can't feel the sub, sorry. But I imagine myself being in the club listening with the sub, and yo, this shit would just fucking go so hard. It's pitch bending so much in the sub, and it's a lot of movement and groove. And the sound design, we have a lot of back and forth motion. We have good layering with our rhythm basses, lots of different variations. The only thing I really think needs to be improved, well, there's a couple things, but about 3. This section here at a minute 48, 45. Yeah, we've been playing this flow. Bum, 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 and then we go back to it. Yeah, this is the only part of the song that sounds repetitive. Our next phrase, though, it changes up a lot. It sounds super sick. Absolutely disrespectful. This shit should come earlier, where that repetitive one is, and then this phrase should be slightly different, and then maybe increase the energy, change the flow up a little bit. But yeah, this one gets repetitive, and it's the only part of the song that sounds like a little bit less professional than everything else. Also, the clap here in the second drop is too loud, way too loud. I had to turn down the song because of it. So that's really messing up with the mix. The second drop is disrespectful, is dirty, crazy, heavy. It seems like you two both handled a drop each, which I think is awesome. If you guys did this together, bravo. You guys have some good flow together, it looks like. So maybe do some more music. I would recommend, but this is cool. Good job. I like it, the heavy, stanky, disrespectful function rhythm that goes. All right. I digress. Good job. Up next, Hamp. Bale. Look at this cover art, dude. Is that an alien? Is that a disease? I don't know. Run it. Hey.
I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold, a true great warrior, Egon. Your fears made high. With a hail of harpoons. Haunt me no longer.
All right, cool. This is okay. You know, it's a bit harsh frequency wise because overall the song is quiet. It's -7 lefts. It needs to be louder for more energy. But at the same time, if we make it louder, it'll sound not that good because there's a lot of harsh, unwanted frequencies already playing. So we need to use EQ, clean up these harsh frequencies. Around 1,000, around 1,005. You want to make dips. You don't want to completely cut, turn down. And you also want to investigate and figure out the main culprits. Who is pumping these unwanted frequencies? And if you see an unwanted frequency, make sure we're not compressing and turning it up. We don't want to be amplifying it and pulling it out even more. We need more focus on the sub frequencies. Let's go ahead and do a check to see how loud yours is. Sub frequencies, -12 lefts. Yeah, so this is pretty quiet. We want your sub 100 hertz and below. These low frequencies to be louder in the mix. -8 lefts is the limit. That's where you want to be. It's super loud and not too loud. We don't want it to be too loud. Just want it to be loud enough. So get this sub pumping. We need that to be the focus rather than all the other mid frequencies. Those mid basses, we can hear them, yes, but feeling the bass is way better than hearing those mid basses. Undoubtedly. Use those mid basses to create flow, groove, bounce, and try to make sure that they're EQ'd properly, mixed in a way so that they sound clean while being loud. I think that's about it. I really like the Bale vocal Pretty cool, man.
You will rue this.
There should be like a melodic something in the background, like an ARP. Something fast, speeding up the energy while this is going. Otherwise, we're going to just be dancing in halftime when we need to be dancing in full time.
Hereby foul.
We can add a ride like tss, 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 on the every quarter note, every beat, and that'll help too. I think that's about it. Yeah, cool. Let me know if you have any questions. Hit me up, man. Let me know. Next in line. Actually, Rollisy, are you here? Your song was not working. Next in line, we got Retcon and Beyond Reality WIP. It's okay, no song name, just Retcon and Beyond Reality WIP. Okay, cool. Easily. Let's go ahead and get it done.
You built me up just to watch me fall, but I've turned to hate you. Feel it all. You're in my head. Can't shake your love. I hate you now. I loved you more.
What the f?
Okay. That is Finn. This Retcon Beyond Reality WIP is a very slow one. You know, we're about 110, 111 beats per minute, so things are like slow down. There's only one like tear out song I can remember that was really slow from Murata. This can work, but usually 110 or 111 is too slow. Maybe 128, 130. You know, because we need these tear out songs to be high energy so we can headbang. There's not much headbanging going on at 110, 111. This is mid-tempo range. It's slower than house, you know, so there's not much we can do here. You need to either speed up that vocal in the intro so we can go to like 130, 140 and make something that's higher energy, or we need to completely redesign our drop so that there's more of a story being told, less guns playing, multiple basses should be talking and creating a conversation with each other. Right now, it's just the guns only, and they're going pretty slow because the BPM is slow. So it doesn't really sound heavy. There's not a lot of energy. We need call and response and fill. It's really important that you start to do call, response, fill, and create more flow, more energy, more groove, and more movement. The one gun is not going to cut it, especially with the song this slow in BPM. So keep that in mind. If we want these guns, usually higher BPM is the way to go. So we can be at 140. Just super heavy guns. I mean, sound good. And you can even make the vocal go faster if you need to make something new, rather than just trying to make a song work with the original speed of the vocal. Sometimes issues can arise if we do that, but you know, as time wranglers and frequency wranglers, we have the option to do everything. We can access the infinite. Thank you guys very much for watching the stream of feedback. I enjoy all your support. It means the world. I just dropped a new Alley Cat video today. It's like a 44-minute tutorial, and it's stacked with all kinds of new tricks, info, flow techniques, and it'll just open your mind to what you can do and how you can layer. There's only a couple more submissions going to be accepted for next stream, so make sure you get in your submission as soon as possible. I let in about 15 to 20 submissions per stream to keep it around 2 hours. We don't got much time, but we do have a Patreon with a private feedback channel. So if you guys need feedback any day, just post it in that channel or hit me up for a lesson. We'll get it done. Otherwise, let me know what videos you want to see next. I have a whole list ready to knock out. So just let me know. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great night and keep it fresh. See you guys later. Peace. Peace.